Jackson Radio Show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. So we've got a smoking gun. We talked a little bit the other day about Paul Manafort and the fact that they've gone back now to 2006 to look at Manafort's records. Where was Trump at 2006? Probably hosting his show, right? I don't think he was looking to run for president in 2006. He had not endorsed Obama, but said, hey, I wish the guy success or whatever. Then he watched Obama torpedoing the country, over a period of time. That's when he decided to run. But it was well into probably 2010, maybe 2011, Trump went, you know what? I could do a better job than this dude. So he decided to make a presidential bid. But 2006, I don't know what his dealings would have been with Manafort. He obviously knew the guy, but come on. Nothing going on here, nothing sinister. But we've got an update. A smoking gun. Hold on to your britches. Rappers, that's pants, okay? Just in case you didn't hear me correctly. Where we last left off, this boondoggle that Mueller has mounted against Manafort, the special prosecutor that's looking into these allegations of wrongdoing or connection or whatever. He was in 2006 dealing with Manafort's Russia by way of Ukraine dealings. So we're not even talking about Russia per se. We're talking about Ukraine. Now, it's hard to believe that a businessman such as Paul Manafort would be doing such a thing, would be hobnobbing with the Russians. Because after all, according to the left, doing business with Russia is taboo. That is, unless you are a crooked, twice-failed presidential candidate like Hillary Clinton or a surrogate thereof. Now, we've talked to you about Podesta and his obvious dealings with Russia, the obvious ties to the Kremlin, the obvious meetings of Hillary Clinton in an official capacity, nonetheless, with Vladimir Putin. No problem at all. Manafort didn't meet with Putin, and I'll get to that in just a second. But according to Manafort's emails, which he has readily said, make them available, willing to say, open these up, let the public see exactly what's going on. Well, we have one. And he wrote in an email that he was willing to provide, quote, private briefings about the campaign to a Russian billionaire. And that billionaire is said to have close ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin, according to the U.S. government. Now, I want to stop for just a second. We've got a campaign being run. Manafort, I don't know his dealings. I'm just going to speculate here. He's got friends in Russia that have lots of money. They've got interest in seeing the relationships between Russia and the United States improve, I would presume. It is the biggest market in the world per capita. And he says, yeah, I'll be happy to brief you on what's going on with the campaign. Now, this billionaire, I love how they had written it up to where he's got close ties to the Russian government. Okay, our government says he's got close ties to Putin. So let me ask you this. Do you think Warren Buffett had close ties to Barack Obama? Do you think Soros had close ties to Barack Obama? Do you think Zuckerberg had close ties to Barack Obama? I could name 15 billionaires who had close ties to Barack Obama, and they're not all U.S. billionaires. So the idea here is to paint this as some salacious thing. Well, he had close ties to Putin. Who cares? Who do you think billionaires have close ties to? Pookie? Billionaires have close ties to people of power. There's a reason why people seek to get power. They want to be around the hobnobbers. Now, I don't seek to get power, but I do want to be around the hobnobbers because they have nice toys. When I got flown by private jet from Vancouver to Masset, it didn't take that, but I knew then and there that I liked that life. I don't have the power of that gentleman, but I have access to him. So I'd be crazy not to want to be around it, but I don't crave it. I'm not sitting around going, oh my gosh, man, I really need to have more power. Whatever. Here's my point. A billionaire has access to Putin. Big deal. I'll tell you this. The guy who's running drugs or selling bootleg vodka, hooch on the streets of Russia, he doesn't have access to Putin. So who was Manafort going to meet with? That guy or a billionaire who's in the aluminum business? Yeah, the sinister aluminum business is what this Russian was into. Yep. So you can do business with everybody else but not the Russians. Oh, unless you're a Democrat, then the left doesn't seem to care. Attempting to meet with a potential contact, who might be able to, heal some wounds that Obama created during his administration. Who knows? None of us do. Same thing Clinton did. Same thing Obama did, except with respect to anything Trump's involved in, he's not looking to feather his nest. That's what I love about the guy being a billionaire. As much as politics shouldn't be for sale, and Donald Trump certainly made that clear when he ran his campaign for half the cost of Hillary, and he had more money, he said, I'm just going to let the people do it. I'll play by the rules, but I'll let the people do it. And our objective is to win. So who is this Russian in question? His name is Oleg Deripaska, a metal magnet. I told you guys, he's involved in aluminum. Aluminum, folks. Not precious gold, not other precious metals like gold or silver or platinum. No, aluminum. Not even titanium. So Manafort completely open about his emails, telling the DOJ release them, and to that end, Manafort spokesperson Jesse Maloney confirmed that the email exchanges were legit, but he says no meeting ever occurred even. So big deal. No harm, no foul. But even if the meeting had occurred, there would have been no harm, no foul, because that's what they do. And I love how Newsmax put it, because they're a leftist rag. They come off to be conservative, but they're not. The July 7th email came a little over a week before the Republican National Convention, while Manafort was leading the Trump campaign's day-to-day operations. It occurred about a month after Manafort attended a meeting with the Russian lawyer at Trump Tower. That meeting was brokered by Donald Trump Jr., who was told in emails that the meeting was part of a Russian government effort to help his father's campaign. Nice attempt by Newsmax to connect the dots that lead to nowhere. Chris Ruddy, you should be ashamed of yourself. A multimillionaire posing as a conservative and making money off of conservatives who actually believe that crap over there is some kind of conservative outlet. It's not. Trump Jr. and Manafort offered all the evidence in this matter, unlike crooked Hillary Clinton. Clinton, by the way, continues to hide in plain sight as her dealings with the Russians need no research. We know what she did. So Manafort's turned over thousands of pages, nothing to implicate him in anything other than business as usual. Nothing would allow the DOJ to target President Trump. And what does Mueller do? He does it and goes back to 2006. It has nothing to do with Trump.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.